one line that stuck out very much from the House Speaker just now. She said that the House Democratic Caucus is not on a path to impeachment, and that is where the president wants you guys to be. Do you agree with the Speaker?
I think we're on the path to investigate, to inquire, and to demonstrate to the American people that this man has committed high crimes and misdemeanors. Once we have the public with us, once we have a credible reason to think that we'll get 20 Republican senators to vote for removal and all the Democratic senators, then we can move forward.
But Congressman,
we're
now,
moving
Nancy
forward
Pelosi,
now. But then we take
Nancy
it to the
Pelosi
Senate.
made clear that you're not opening it. Nancy Pelosi made clear that at this moment, Democrats are not opening an impeachment inquiry, not launching impeachment proceedings, investigating through the courts. Of course, you're going through the courts.
Well, it's not just through the courts. We have a series of investigations. Remember Watergate? There were a series of investigations on the issue of how Nixon operated during his re-election campaign. We are conducting a series of investigations to show, did the president obstruct justice? Has he engaged in a violation of the Emoluments Clause of the Constitution? Is he obstructing Congress? And whether we call it an impeachment hearing or a obstruction of justice inquiry is something the press can care about a lot. I don't care about it very much.
But you do, though. I'm finding this very interesting right now, Congressman, because you do care very much about the word impeachment. You have been pushing for impeachment for something like 2 years now. You're comfortable with the position of where the Speaker is right now.
I'm comfortable when impeachment has got to be followed by removal. What I did in July of 2017, long before anyone else, is go out there and demonstrate to the American people what now we have 800 federal prosecutors signing a letter in support of, and that is this president has obstructed justice in a manner in which he would be indicted if he wasn't president of the United States. That's a high crime, and that's a reason to say the legal standard has been met. Now we have to get the public on our side. And we had the Republicans hiding this in Congress for 2 years. Now we begin the long process that we saw in 1973 of getting the public on our side by showing them the facts. And there are so many more facts for us to demonstrate. So I think we're, again, if you could call it an impeachment hearing, you could call it a high crimes and misdemeanors inquiry. The press would care. I don't. I just want to get the facts out to the American people. And at the same time, it's important for the people to understand that's not all we're doing here. I
get it, but the words here do matter. An impeachment proceeding is the words do matter. But I think what you're telling me right now is that there is unity amongst the caucus, at least from your perspective, on where the position of the Speaker is, which you're not marching on a path to impeachment, which she just said.
We are marching on a path to impeach as soon as we'll get a fair hearing in the Senate. That will happen when we change public opinion, and that will happen when we get more facts to the American people. And that's a multi-step process that should have begun almost 2 years ago.
Let me ask you this. Steve Cohen, your Democratic colleague, he seemed to question Nancy Pelosi's patriotism this morning. He was speaking with my colleagues Jim Sciutto and Poppy Harlow, and he said that the only reason to not move to impeachment would be politics. You agree with him?
I don't know. We need Republican senators to consider the evidence. If getting to that point is politics, you can say it's politics. But every prosecutor in this country will say they don't indict unless they think they can get a jury to convict. And our job is not only to demonstrate, as we already have, that he's violated the high crimes and misdemeanor standard, but that we will get the conviction and removal in the Senate. And that requires us to educate the American people. At the same time, as I said, this is not the only thing going on in Congress. We just passed some major legislation on retirement.
And Nancy Pelosi listed a lot of that out this morning, right before she took questions. Congressman, thank you for coming in. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Inside Politics with John King starts right now.